Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, 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 indeed.
How are you
I'm
doing?
doing well. People are going to be upset that you put me on before you. Here, I'll switch the order. I got it.
Hold, please. It's amazing technology that you can switch
it around. Yeah.
switch while in your stream.
The folks at StreamYard actually used to watch our streams in the early days of the pandemic and everything, and they saw that was an issue for the community, and so they rolled out that feature just for that.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hello, Adam. It is great to see you. It's been a minute since we've seen you.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
I feel like we should have brought in our own mugs today.
I know, yeah. We're doing some advertising.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
But not sponsored.
Not sponsored, indeed. No hashtag ad there.
No hashtag ad on this one.
Well, welcome everybody to our Global Hack Week Cloud Week closing ceremony. Very excited to be here. Mary and I are adjacent to each other in case you see us looking over. I feel like we've done a couple of streams at home, a couple of streams in the office. We're all over the place these days. But we're here to kind of walk you through what happened over the course of the week. I'll let you know about all the cool things that hackers built and did, all the awesome workshops we had, do a little summary. And as always, we'll talk about swag and all that good stuff like that hackers ask us about. We won't do a full Q&A at the end, so if you have questions, feel free to drop them in as we go. That's kind of the TLDR of where we're headed. Is that about right?
That is basically it. Should we introduce ourselves before we get too far into it, though?
I suppose we could.
All righty. Ryan, you want to tell the folks at home who you are?
Indeed. I am Ryan. I'm our director of events here at Major League Hacking, so I get to work with all of the awesome folks on our team who put on programs for hackers and organizers. So that can be things like our member event hackathons, Global Hack Weeks, our monthly contests, our annual conference for organizers, all sorts of really cool stuff like that. And then my little fun fact of the week here is that I'm actually going to be celebrating Hanukkah with my niece on Thursday. Looking forward to that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some photos.
Yes. I may or may not have been bribed to buy food, but I would have gone either way, to be clear. But I'm excited for some food involved as well.
On my end, for those of you I haven't met, my name's Mary. I work on first-party events here at MLH. So working on events we run inside our Discord server, as well as our annual organizer conference. And my fun fact is I hosted my very first murder mystery party this past weekend. It was quite fun. A little less of a wholesome fact than yours.
Well, it was a murder mystery party.
Yeah.
An actual murder mystery. So I feel like that makes it a little bit more wholesome.
Absolutely. You want to tell us a little bit about what Major League Hacking is?
Of course. So if you are joining us for the first time, maybe you're catching the closing ceremony here, or maybe you just need a little refresher, Major League Hacking's mission is to empower hackers. And we do that by running what we call the Global Hacker Community. We do events all over the world, all sorts of awesome stuff to make sure that you have the tools and skills that you need to be successful. As mentioned there, we are a mission-driven company, and our whole job is to empower all sorts of various things. We're a certified B Corp and a public benefit corporation as well. So all sorts of cool stuff like that. But being at one of our events, you're actually part of a community of over 625,000 hackers that we've worked with over our lifetime. And I know I've been doing a lot of annual planning recently here, getting ready for 2024 calendar year. I know this number is going to increase here shortly. So if you join us in January and see that this has jumped by like 60 or 70,000 hackers, don't be alarmed. It wasn't just overnight. We just updated a couple of times a year. All that said, we are here to wrap up Cloud Week, though. As mentioned, we'll answer questions along the way and things like that. But I think Mary's got kind of a summary of each of the days planned for us, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. As always, I'm going to take y'all through a little bit of a recap of what we did over the past 7 days. So if you weren't here every single day, we're going to share a couple of those highlights. So dialing it back all the way to day one, we had the folks at Cloudflare join us. For those of you who don't already know, Cloudflare was one of the partners for the event. They did some really awesome things throughout the week, and still have some challenges that you can do. So if you did not make it to their workshop where they showed how that you can use their Workers AI, make sure you go and check this one out. In addition to that, on day one, we hung out with Isabel and started exploring some Google Cloud hacks and how you can level up your hackathon projects by using Google Cloud. Really cool stuff that she shared throughout the week on that end. And then, of course, we had some streams with Carrie throughout the week. For those of you who have been joining Global Hack Weeks for a while, you know Carrie does a mobile app track at nearly every single Global Hack Week. This week, she built 2 mobile apps within just the week. And of course, we got that started last Monday. And now this one, she incorporated a bunch of cool cloud tools into her hack. Also back on Monday, we had a very busy Monday.
Yes.
We played some No Light over in Discord. We rebuilt the IKEA website, which is very fitting and on theme for the community.
Of course. As I was going through and prepping and looking at the slides, I spotted that. I'm sure people had a field day with that.
Yes, I am sure. I want to see other examples of what y'all built over there. We're getting some shout outs to Kari. Here's our other one. I liked this is just like a Google homepage that they did over at No Light. I see 404 was in the game there.
I feel like we need to like 404's little profile picture has become like iconic. I feel like you can have impersonators at this point. And,
that is a good point.
Yeah, do we even know that that's 404? You know,
that is a really good point. I do not know. We need to do like the equivalent of like the blue check mark.
Yeah,
in the Discord server. Yeah.
What is the new? We're absolutely going off the rails here, but what is X's new policy? It's like you pay.
Is it like $8 a month or something?
404 not found. If you want a check mark in Discord, just send me and Mary a Venmo request for $8 a month, or a Venmo payment.
Yeah,
I guess, not a request.
We pay 404 $8 a month. I hate that idea.
Also, that was a joke. I feel like I need to say that. So
legally.
Yeah, legally obligated to clarify that one.
And we also have the hacker who built the last slide. We'll go back to it since I saw your comment just now. So shout out to you. I love it when you all tell me that it's you in the slides so I can pull you up on the stream.
Yes.
And back on day one, y'all shared some setups of the week. Of course, I liked that you showed your cabinet here, so I want to make sure we highlighted it.
I like that they like fully took the side of their PC off and everything here. I feel like a little bit of a next level showcase, right? We could see all the parts and everything.
Yes, like we're really seeing your setup the weekend.
Yeah. I'm too scared. I wouldn't post my desktop. I'd be worried about hackers judging my cable management. But kudos to this hacker. I love the bravery.
Yeah. Very, very brave of them. Y'all also got to hang out with the team at GitHub, another one of our partners for the week. They did an awesome workshop on how you can use GitHub Actions, which I've been seeing pop up more and more at our events on the weekends. So this is another great one. If you missed it, make sure you go and check it out. A lot of really useful stuff that you could implement right away. We're getting some comments on that PC. All righty, rolling on into day 2.
Yeah, day 1 was jam-packed this week.
It was jam-packed. I don't have that much for every single day, but
literally, like
there was
day
a lot.
1 was like had tons of stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Y'all got to join the Twilio team and used the Mars rover to send emails. This is a really cool workshop run by Sam over at Twilio. If you didn't have a chance to check this workshop out as well as their challenges, highly recommend them. They had a really cool set of challenges this week that each built on top of each other. So you kind of start from like very basic Twilio, and by the end of the week, your web apps could be sending and receiving emails. Really cool stuff. Highly recommend saving those. If you didn't do them, they'd be a good when you have some downtime, little project to work on.
Are they? I should know this, but were they all by Sam, or was Sam just the first one?
So Sam just did the workshop. The challenges were
there was only one workshop.
Only one workshop.
Misunderstood. Sam is an awesome presenter as well. I've seen him do plenty of live demos back in the day. So
yes,
I'm sure that's a good one.
Absolutely. Y'all also started the Docker track with Wei. This was a really cool track that Wei did throughout the week. Huge shout out to Wei. I don't know if we have him in chat right now.
I can see him. He's there.
But he always does really fantastic, really high quality streams. I know he did a ton throughout the week. We'll thank him a little bit later, but wanted to make sure he got the shout out here as well. Y'all also shared some pictures of your MLH swag. For those of you who don't know what that item in the upper left-hand corner is, it is the GitHub Octocat puzzle, which is incredibly difficult.
Yes, it is.
I think like deceivingly so.
Yeah. The pattern repeats, which makes it very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, if anyone has solved it, let me know. I know some folks at HackCon finished it this year.
It's not quite as bad as, like, have you ever seen one of those puzzles that's like one solid color or maybe like a hue?
So like a gradient. Yeah.
Not quite as difficult as that, but like
Mhm.
certainly in that echelon of difficulty.
Yep. Alrighty, rolling right along here into day 3. Y'all did a Google Sheets database stream with Dimmer. Shout out to Dimmer, of course. They always do some really awesome streams. And I know the Global Hack Week community loves a Google Sheets hack. That's been a reoccurring theme over here.
It has been.
Y'all also did a stream learning about Git and GitHub with Zane. Really important tools to have. I know this one was particularly helpful for some of the first-time hackers we have here and beginners in our community. Rolling right along here into day 4, y'all worked on the GitHub Copilot Primer Challenge. For those of you who aren't familiar with this, GitHub Copilot is a really cool kind of companion AI programming tool. So while you're programming, it can help you out with suggestions, help fix some of the errors that you might make. And they have a really neat challenge that helps you get started with it and is that kind of like level 1, how to use it, which if you have not done yet, make sure to check that out.
Successfully summoned away.
It only took, how long was there between those?
I think I could
1 minute. That's very impressive. Awesome tool though, if you haven't checked it out. Y'all also created some portfolio websites, which I always love to see. If you don't have a portfolio website yet with everything that you've done at Global Hack Week, you are missing out on a huge opportunity there. So make sure you update your portfolio. I can't say that word.
It's all good. I am noticing there's no social icon for X here. Which is
true.
It feels like a big departure. There's nothing for Facebook, which Instagram is on there, so it feels like it kind of covers it. But I feel like
they're maybe a Threads user.
Yeah, they might be. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It does Threads have its own icon?
I don't know.
I would assume so.
But it might just be the Instagram icon. Someone will know.
I feel like I've brought up. I'm not a paid promoter of Twitter or X. I should say. I feel like I brought it up twice just because.
Number 1 Twitter fan.
Mastodon's there.
Oh,
I think that's Medium.
I thought that was Medium. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
hang on.
We could be wrong.
Get in the comments. What's the Mastodon logo look like versus the Medium logo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, we're getting some conversation about it.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch of
I'll take it. My offbeat comments, got us a little easier.
Sparked a bunch of chat there. Well, in addition to those portfolio websites, y'all did a stream with Zane where you got to learn about some of the intersection between math and programming. Really cool stream over there. I know this is quite helpful if you're taking some like formal computer science classes. Learning some of that math overlay is very, very helpful there. And then you wrapped up our first mobile app track of the week. Spoiler, there is a second one that Carrie did, which is wildly impressive, I think. But y'all did ship that first mobile app that you made. And you started working on a link aggregator with Dimmer. I think this is something we always need at Global Hack Week. There are so many links that we use. And Dimmer actually created one to store and share and reuse all of the links you accumulate during the week.
Yes. You love to see it.
We do love to see it. Day 5, y'all got to do some IoT with Google Actions. Alberto did a really cool IoT stream. I know this is a topic that comes up a lot. We've had Ritvi do some really cool streams on it, but be sure to check out Alberto's if you didn't get to it live. Oh, I want to... Way says that he redeemed a Rickroll on Dimmer's stream.
I just replied.
Okay, yeah.
I assume it's because, and sorry, this is, we're pulling back the curtain slightly
Yeah.
here. Most MLH streams take place on StreamYard. I think Dimmer streams directly with like a Twitch API key as why, or stream key,
Yeah.
whatever they're called. So I'm assuming that's why, but we'll need a way to verify or something like that.
Yeah, my mind, I truly just thought that like Dimmer owed Way a Rickroll, and that's what it meant. But the it being a Twitch feature makes a lot more sense.
I see.
Yeah, only on Dimmer stream. Okay, we got to.
I feel like we should, not that I want to add in this complexity for the two of us, but I feel like we should set up like a proper stream key thing so we can go in and let people tease us during the stream. I feel like that's the energy that we need.
It's certainly an idea.
What if we let people like, when you watch a Twitch stream, like people can flash on screen like a message or whatever.
Yeah.
We could let people like flash their swag questions right on stream.
Horrible idea.
I like it.
And the Rickroll is the most expensive item.
Okay, we could tank the economy here, the Twitch chat economy.
Yeah.
We could make the swag questions like double the price of the
that's
Rickroll.
That's good.
You could either make us play the entire Rickroll video or ask a swag question.
One singular question.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm really getting us off the rails.
Yes.
My apologies.
Dialing us back over to our recap here. We had UT join us over the weekend. He did some streams on MongoDB Atlas, which is a really cool cloud-based database that you can use, and they're out at a ton of our events. So awesome streams from UT. Day 6, y'all got to do some more streams with Zane where you learned about web development and the cloud. Zane is a huge web development fan and almost always does a stream on web dev. And this was a cool one where he taught a little bit about some of the cloud tools that you can use over there. And finally, day 7, we wrapped up Kari's second track of the week, finishing up that second mobile app built with Google Cloud Tools. In addition to that, we got to hang out with Way and work on Docker some more, did some automated Docker deployments. So shout out to Way. If anyone joined for all of these sessions, let us know in the chat. I know that was probably nearly 10 hours of streaming, if not a little bit more. And then our last stream of the week just happened a couple hours ago. Cecilia made a sticker catalog using MongoDB Atlas. It was really a MongoDB weekend.
Yes, it was.
It was. And with that,
we made it.
That was Cloud Week. What are we doing next?
We've got a couple of exciting events coming up. I think we're talking about 3 of them here. Have we revealed all 3? Now that I say that?
No, well, if someone was...
If they're on the website, they're active. In January, we are bringing back Beginners Week from last year. This was a hit with our community. I think it's a great way to kind of start the year, get off on the right foot. So we're going to be doing a week-long Global Hack Week there called Beginners Week for y'all in January. And this is going to be starting on a Friday as well.
Yes.
So just kind of a format change. We experimented with this earlier this year and had a lot of positive feedback from hackers about it. So this is going to be a Friday through Thursday format. Is that right? So very excited to see how Beginners Week goes and what everyone builds there. After Beginners Week, we're going to be exploring AI and machine learning in February at our AI ML Week. This is another one I think was a big hit last year, and we're excited to be bringing back. Actually, I was just listening to a podcast about this, but it's been like just over a year since ChatGPT released publicly. So I feel like we're coming up on some perhaps a little bit more maturity in that space. And so very excited to see what everyone builds up with AI and ML.
And I'm going to take a quick question. Sorry to jump in there. But someone asked, did we announce the winners from the November hackathon? We did. They were announced last Thursday on our Today in Global Hack Week stream, but they're also live over on the dev post page for the November hackathon. So if you want to go see some of those winners, you can do that now.
Well, I talk about our March event here. Do you want to grab that link for the dev post page? Awesome. And in March, we're going to be building and playing games together. I think a very fun theme. I think especially after AI and ML, a little bit more serious, we'll take a break and play some games together. We're going to be doing this March 8th through 14th. So definitely looking forward to this. I think in particular with Games Week, I'm very excited to see what people, I feel like, I don't know how to explain this fully. Like very like the past like 2 or 3 months, I feel like we've really turned a corner with a lot of the community where it's like a lot of people are really enjoying the like silly, goofy vibe, and I feel like people are going to have fun at Games Week. Like we're not playing Chrome Dino on stream anymore, or like what's the Microsoft Edge one?
The Surf. Yeah.
But I feel like we're coming back around on that energy.
We are.
So
I'm particularly excited for Games Week. I have never been historically a gamer, but the past 2 months I've been getting into some video games.
Can confirm.
Maybe I'll see if I can do something on stream. Yeah.
I feel like I've had some influence there. So.
Yeah, Ryan has certainly had some influence.
That is our upcoming Global Hack Week. So you can sign up for all of those at ghw.emily.io. All 3 of those should be listed on the homepage now. So you can go check out those and get some more information. And then, of course, if you are looking for hackathons, our member events are all going to be listed at emily.io/events. This is any member event hackathon. I was actually just doing some like final travel approvals for January. We've got a stacked start of the year. So if you're looking to get out to an event, definitely take a look at that calendar. Some really, really fun in-person events are coming up, and we want to make sure y'all are able to go to those.
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about our month-long contest?
Of course. And let me grab the link to this one as well. So I know this was just hinted at with a question, but last month we ran our first ever month-long hackathon. And really what this was an event for folks who maybe want to build a larger project, who maybe don't have as much free time on the weekends, need a little bit of extra time to work on those projects. So it is an opportunity for you to build some of those projects throughout the entire month of December. You've got until December 31st to submit projects to this. There are, I think, over 15 prize categories available. I highly, highly recommend checking this out. If you think you are going to be interested in it, even if you're not 100% sure you're going to submit, make sure you register on DevPost so we can keep you up to date about any exciting events that are happening during it and things like that.
Yes.
But really cool stuff.
Yeah, but we had a bunch of really cool like streams during it as well.
Yes.
Last go around. So I know many people here love the workshops and things like that we do at Global Hack Week. We're actually bringing some elements of that to those month-long contests. So we have like some of the folks who work as or serve as judges for our events that are coming and giving talks. We have people doing like a little bit more casual stuff. It's a slightly different vibe, but I think it scratches that same itch. Yeah.
Yes, some very cool stuff happening over there. And I just thought of this. This has kind of taken us off topic, but another MLHer, a friend of Ryan and I's, did a hackathon this past weekend. I was helping him brainstorm some project ideas for it, and he didn't use most of them. He just built one of them. I think we should drop some of the rejected ideas into Discord later if anyone wants to build some of them. They were all like very silly, kind of useless hack type things that I think people could enjoy.
1000%. A really good question here as well. Somebody asking about learning Web3, watched all the MLH streams, read docs, etc. Generally speaking, and this is probably going to sound a little maybe dumb at this point, but I think once you've gone through and done that education of like trying to get your head around it, reading those materials, I think the best way to learn something is like trying to build something around it. And so even if it's like, maybe like a little bit silly, kind of like the ideas Mary was just talking about, I would build some small Web3 app would be my recommendation there. That's usually our advice is like learn by doing, that type of energy. Yeah.
Yes. And in particular, let me just pull up another link for y'all. We have a Web3 online hackathon coming up in just a few weeks. And this is going to be a really good opportunity. I think particularly if you're in that boat of like, maybe you know what Web3 is, you've watched some streams, but you like want to actually jump in there and build something, this is going to be a really good opportunity for that. There's going to be a ton of folks who are in that exact same boat as you there.
Yeah, 100%. So with that, I will pull us back to our slides here. We want to give a quick reminder on the rules for swag in case anyone has questions about it. You earned basic swag this week by registering and checking into the event and submitting an address, and also completing our partners for kind of getting started challenges. So that's registering a domain name, thanks to GoDaddy Registry, signing up for that GitHub Student Developer Pack, getting a Cloudflare and a Twilio account signed up for and online as well. And if you've completed all of these steps here, you're going to earn a letter in the mail from us that has a little postcard in it, has an assortment of stickers. I might actually have a sticker sheet these days now that I say that out loud. You'll get some awesome swag in the mail from MLH. If you checked into 5 or more of our live streams here on Twitch or elsewhere, you're going to earn yourself some bonus swag as well. We have a little die cut sticker that's going to go out in those packs, as well as a circle sticker that you're going to get that you can use to kind of showcase your involvement here at Cloud Week as well. And then finally here, I don't know, we do not have something about surprise prizes. If you want a surprise prize this week, you will have submitted a Discord ticket for that already, and our team should be helping you out. And that'll get shipped to you through a provider like FedEx or someone like that. So you'll get tracking and everything as well. With that, we will transition over to some thank yous.
Yes, I was going to give one other reminder with swag, if that's okay. The only other reminder with swag is if you haven't completed all of those challenges, you still have today to do so. I don't completely finalize scoring until like 20 hours from now, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So if you haven't completed those, you still a tiny bit more time where you can squeeze them in.
Nice.
Alrighty, thank yous.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. We're going to start it off with Kari, Alberto, and Isabel. Kari, as we already talked about a few times on here, did 2 tracks this week, which is wildly impressive. So much work goes into that. Huge shout out to her for coming in and running all of those streams. And Alberto's in. He did several technical streams, as well as jumped in for some Today in Global Hack Week streams. We could not run those without folks like him jumping in to help out. And then Isabel, of course, ran not only some Today in Global Hack Week streams, but also did her Google Cloud track, which I'm super hyped about because I think in particular that offered some really awesome tips that y'all can use at the events you attend outside of Global Hack Week. So thank you to these 3 streamers. Next up, we've got Dimmer, Way, and UT. All 3 of these folks did, I think, 3+ technical streams, which again, really awesome content. I know Dimmer did the link aggregator as well as a couple of other streams. Way had his cloud track going on throughout the week where y'all learned how to use Docker, highly useful skill. And then UT, of course, this weekend ran his streams on MongoDB Atlas. So shout out to these 3. Next up, we've got Dikshita, Vinayak, and Zane. Dikshita jumped in and ran some mini events as well as some of our Today in Global Hack Week streams. Same boat with Vinayak, who did some of those Today in Global Hack Weeks, some of those mini events, and then I believe 1 workshop that he ran for y'all. And then over on Zane's end, Zane did several different topics throughout the week. I know we had his GitHub workshop, the web development workshop, as well as others. So a giant thank you to these 3 folks as well. I'll pause to bring up a comment. Next up, we've got Stephen and Cecilia. Cecilia, of course, y'all got to join this morning when she did her stream on using MongoDB and creating a sticker database. And then Stephen ran some of our streams earlier in the week. He did some of those Today in Global Hack Weeks and mini events with y'all. And then last, but certainly not least, I want to give a huge thank you to Rosendo and Siddharth. For those of you who don't know them, Rosendo works with all of our partners who make it possible for us to run a Global Hack Week completely free of charge. She does so much work behind the scenes, and we could not do it without him. And then Siddharth, of course, does a ton of the event administration. I know a lot of y'all know him, not only from his streams, but from chatting him on email, on our Discord tickets, all over the place. Could not do it without these 2 folks. So huge thank you to them. And
No.
I thought you were going to jump.
I can.
And then I want to give a giant thank you to our partners. Cloudflare throughout the week did those awesome workshops as well as challenges that you can still check out if you haven't yet. Twilio, of course, had their entire set of challenges as well as their workshop from Sam earlier in the week. GitHub, if you have not grabbed it yet, has a special link for y'all to grab the student developer pack on a kind of expedited timeline, which is super helpful. And then, of course, GoDaddy Registry gave y'all free domain names. You can still redeem those today if you have not grabbed them yet. Indeed.
Is that, are we there?
We're there. We're at the end of our stream. We'll maybe give it a second in case we missed any questions.
How many days is it until January 5th?
Let's see.
Days until, that's when our next one starts, right?
Yeah. It's not very many.
Only 25,
25 days.
We
Get
won't
the
be gone for
countdown
long.
ready. Yeah, we will not be gone. It looks like we're light on questions, so we will let y'all go
Cool.
and see you in 25 days at Beginners Week, y'all.
Thank you all so much. We'll catch you next time.
Happy